come in, have a seat, kick back and relax, cause it's that time of the week. How's your day? Was it great? Well, it'll get better with Otalku Cafe. Nostalgia, let the memories bloom. All these stories in my head are gonna make me go boom. Kick back and relax, turn the volume to the max, bob your head until you're dead. Yeah. Yeah. Kick back and relax, turn the volume to the max, bob your head until you're dead. Yeah.
Konbawa, friends, and welcome to the spring premiere of Otalku Cafe. A new season is here upon us. We have some first impressions, a couple of reviews, a live footage of our editor fearing for his life backstage when I lunge at him.
Okay.
Anyway, I am Matt, your CEO, your head chef, and to join me, my tired and grumpy Kohai. Ethan, what's going on?
No, I've just been lazy. It's just lazy Kohai. And then the stupid bulb, once again. If you guys were watching last week, you saw me finagling with this damn bulb. Or, yeah, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago now. Regardless, you saw me finagling with this damn light bulb because it's a cheap-ass fucking nano leaf and not my normal preferred Philips Hue that costs a lot more but is a lot more reliable. So fucking here I am on air again, finagling with this fucking light bulb so I can have pretty lights in my damn background.
Like I said, we definitely have plenty to talk about. No news. We're just going to get to the shows. Ethan hosted a secret menu a couple days ago for WrestleMania 40.
Yeah,
and AEW hold the New Japan hostage by giving their world title to Jon Moxley.
Uh-huh.
So thank you to the guys that did join.
Yes, JP, Angel, Zach, and God King. Much obliged, gentlemen.
Yes. So
They
check it
basically
out.
are like wrestling contributors at this stage, you know?
Yeah, so shout out to them. If you're a wrestling fan, check it out over there. I know it's a week late, but scheduling, what can you do?
2 weeks late, goddamn near.
Just
I mean, it's a good thing that what's it called? Sean doesn't rely on us for wrestling content. He's got Mark.
No.
Shout out to Mark Radulich.
Yeah, and I got too many shows. I can't have every day a podcast. Like I'm not fucking Conrad Thompson.
Why not?
I got a life, damn it.
If we were getting paid, I feel like you would definitely like forego some of that life.
For a significant amount of money, sure, but since we're doing this for free, no.
I get it.
Yeah, but no, we definitely had plenty to talk about. We didn't see this week's Sandland, but I know that is the penultimate. So when we come back next week, we will finish Sandland. We'll almost be done with Ninja Kamui.
Yeah, I'm so behind on general anime. I've been ready for this podcast specifically, which is opening impressions, since Monday, but just the volume that we're watching this season is just abhorrent, quite frankly.
Yeah, so we're definitely going to have probably people covering shifts throughout the season, maybe.
For me, probably, yes, sir.
Yeah, and maybe for me on one of them, we'll see.
Oh, maybe for you, huh?
Well, I'm going to Maine in a couple of weeks, so we'll see what happens.
Maine?
Yeah.
The fuck is in Maine?
I've never been there, so I'm going to.
If you say so, boss.
And so it's gonna be a fun little vacation time. But
you enjoy that, pal.
I will enjoy that, pal. There's also Grim Variations that came out on Netflix, but I did not watch it yet. That's going to be probably...
We literally cannot pick up anything else. Like, we're not fucking Starman, who's selective as fuck over his fucking watching. and we're not as bad.
Well,
we're not
this,
psychopaths like
this
Chris.
was on my list, but since it's the 6 episodes and they're all out, I can take my time with it.
Shit.
So we'll see. If I do one a day, it'll probably be fine. But let's get to some solos. Who's going first?
I don't know how many you have versus what I have.
Well,
This was a very ill-prepared podcast, considering all the time in the world that we've had to fucking actually prepare for it. When you really think about it.
I'll go first today. How about that?
All right, I gotta still go down my list and fucking jot down mine before I jot down yours. What is it that you have? Do you know what you have that I don't?
Probably Girls Band Cry.
I want to watch it, but I don't want to.
It's so good.
I don't want to pirate it. I'm sure it's fabulous. I just don't want to pirate it.
I know. I was going to Billy use a VPN.
Ah,
That's the only way I can watch it.
Girls Band Cry.
Are you watching Mysterious Disappearances?
I am.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Are you watching Grandma?
We're gonna go down this list right now on the air because this will, I guess, be a good recap if anybody didn't listen to our finale where we were 3.5 hours in and we did this shit. So
yeah.
Mysterious Disappearances. Okay, go.
Okay. Yes, Girls Band Cry. Grandpa and Grandma Turn Young Again. Are you watching that?
No.
All right, that's me. More. I got to listen to Dungeon again. Still, we got Bartender.
Hold on. Delicious. It's still continuing.
Dungeon, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
Yes, it's 2 part.
Yep. Okay.
We got Konosuba. We got Mushoku. We got Spice.
Oh, whoa. Konosuba, Jobless, Spice, and Wolf. Go ahead.
You're watching Jellyfish?
Yes.
All right, I am also watching. I picked that up thanks to fucking Chris.
All right.
Whisper Me a Love Song.
Whisper. Yeah.
I Said Girls Band is me. Duke of Death.
Hold on. Reincarnation. S2C2. S3. Duke of Death. S3. I spelled off. Fuck off. Duke of Death. Yeah, go ahead.
Bartender.
Yeah, I said Bartender already.
Misfit.
Ugh. Yep. Misfit. S2C2.
Yep. Train to the End of the World. That's me.
Academy. What was it?
What?
What do you have?
Train to the End of the World.
Oh, Train to the End of the World.
Yep.
Okay.
Tadaima.
Yep. Both have that. Love the shit out of that. We'll get to that.
Like I said, I got the Grandpa, Grandma.
Yeah. What else?
You got Mysterious with me.
Yep.
Voice Actor Radio.
Yep. Do we have that?
Fable.
That's the only, or we'll get to that too.
That's it for me.
Okay. So in total, ichi, ni, san, chi, go, ro, nana, hachi, ki, ju, ichi, ju, ni. We have 12, 14 if we include Kami and Sandland. And then seasonal unknowns, we're going to put My Hero, 7, Demon Slayer.
Those are next month.
I know. I'll just put them on the unknowns category for now.
Yeah.
That's season 4 of Demon Slayer?
Yep.
Jeez Louise. Okay. I have more. I do believe I have more anime than you. Fuck. All right. Let me do this. This is
solos looks like I got 2. That's it.
No, I have you at 4. Girls Band, Grandpa, Delicious, and Train.
Okay, cool. I got 4.
You've got 4. I've got a condition called Love. What else do I got? Oh, you're not watching Slime?
No.
Are you? Fuck me. Wow.
No, I don't watch it.
Slime S3, reincarnated as a slime. I'm very surprised you don't, considering how
I wasn't into it.
Studio apartment. Good lighting. Angel included. T. Okay. What else do I got that you don't have? You're not watching Kaiju?
No.
Jesus Christ!
No, it was gonna be like probably end of the season.
Fuck me! Wow. Okay.
Yo, Chris, what's up?
Jesus Louises, I'm watching Vampire Dormitory. Yeah, you're easy going ahead. Vampire Dormitory. Oh, I spelled that wrong because my caps. Dormitory. What else do I got? Fuck. Tsukimichi again. Unnamed. You're watching Unnamed Memory?
No.
Oh my god. I'm gonna be talking forever this season. I will literally be talking for fucking ever. What else have I not like? Because I have 21 anime currently as it stands. Kaiju, Konosuba, Mushoku, Mysterious, Sandland, Studio, Tadaima, Fable, Many Sides, Misfit, Unnamed, Vampire, Whisper. I think I've got everything. Ichi, San, Shi, Go, Ro, Nana, Hachi, Kyu, Ju, Ju, Ichi, Ju, Ni, Ju, San, Ju, Go, Ju, Roku, Ju, Nana, Ju, Hachi, Ju, Kyu, Sanju, Sanju, Ichi. Okay, yeah, I've got Ichi, Ni, San, Shi, Go, Ro, Nana. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 by myself this season.
All right.
Oh, good lord. Good God Almighty.
You'll be fine.
All right, bro. Let's go.
All right. I only got one review, so I'm going to do that first real quick, and that's Listen to Dungeon.
Yes.
Finally heard the new OP, new ED. Fucking love them.
All right.
Laos and the crew found dryad plants. And with these dryad plants, their pollen, of course, can make them sneeze fucking heavily, blind, all that fun shit.
Mm.
But they were able to beat and cut the plants. And Marcel is kind of indisposed right now because she's almost all out of mana again.
Mm.
So there's still injuries within the team. And Marcel teaches Lao some magic.
Mm.
Like, all right, well, I can't do it all myself, so you're going to fucking help me out, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So she teaches him some magic, recites a few words. So far, so good. It goes well. But during their next exploration going back to the surface to restock, they met a cockatrice. And Marcel...
You met some cock? What?
Cockatrice.
Okay.
It's a chimera. It's like a chimera sort. Turns you to stone. It happened to Marcel.
All right.
So Laos is trying to figure out a way to help heal her up. They were doing random stuff. Nothing was working until eventually she's no longer in stone. They don't know what happened to what was the real last remedy, but it didn't. But all's well that ends well. Nice stuff.
Mm.
So this is like a break from the serious stuff. So
Mm.
that was a nice little fun little ordeal there. Looking forward to tomorrow. All right, let's get to the first impressions. Let us start with Train to the End of the World. It's an original anime. It's also celebrating the 150th anniversary of Japan's first railway at the same time, so that's really cool. It all started with this thing called 7G. It's not the 5G that people think it is. It's fucking 7G you gotta worry about.
Mm.
Yeah, so we're getting there. 2 more Gs.
It's another 10 years for us.
Yeah. What you call it? Yoka was the one that pushed the button to start the revolution for the 7G. And what happens is this turned people at a certain age into animals.
Oh, so we got furries.
Yeah, they're like full on animals. Like they're a bear. It's not like a bear person, and it happens at a certain age for people, and everything's all topsy turvy. Like there's like hardly any civilization, lack of resources, and years have gone by, and the girl Yoka, the one who pushed that 7G button, is no longer in town. So Shizuru, Akira, Reimi, and Hoshi, they basically get on this train, this doomsday train, to go to the town where they think Yoko might be in. And basically, it's 37 stops. We only got 2 stops. And the original conductor, Zenjiro, he's kind of brain dead, basically. Like he thinks he's a chicken. Like he didn't turn into a chicken. He's like buck. But the thing is, though, he could be his original self for like 5 minutes a day. So he can't go with them, but they communicate through Morse code by like smashing the hammer on the railway. That's the way they communicate through Morse code. Like, hey, everything's going on, everything's okay, type of thing. And this, I'm caught up on this. I saw all 3 episodes, and it's trippy. I gotta say that it's very trippy. There's something you could probably watch high with some of the scenes, how they shoot some of these scenes.
This is Train, you said?
Yes, Train to the End of the World.
Have you watched it high yet?
Not yet. I need to.
You need to get the strongest edible you can tolerate, and then fucking just dive in.
Yes.
You should probably say that for a binge, quite frankly, just because that edible will last a long period of time. So
yeah.
Toned off your gills.
Someone said
Someone
said I should watch Sunny Boy High, and I was like, you know what? I probably should have watched that high. Because that was trippy as fuck when I watched it. But no, this is not a 5-star anime, but it's just so fascinating to watch this, and I'm intrigued on the world around it. That's what it reminds me of Sunny Boy in that aspect, just the stuff around it.
Yeah.
So, and I like the characters. I like that Akira and Remy had a little arguments back and forth. The latest episode was about fucking mushrooms.
Shroomies!
Yes, if you eat the mushrooms, the mushrooms that grow on you and basically make you like a mindless drone, basically.
That's not what shroomies do in real life.
No, they do not. They do not for sure.
That's what Republicans think shrooms do.
Well, they fucking wish. Maybe they'll learn to chill the fuck out.
Oh my god.
But I know Starman dropped it. What a shame, but I enjoyed it.
Well, Chris is watching. He's watching everything under the sun. So you got somebody on the show that watches it.
Yeah, we got a couple people that are watching the train one, so we'll see. All right, next one is what's my Grandpa and Grandma turn young again.
Oji-chan, Oba-chan.
Yep, Ji-san, Ba-san, Wakagaru. But it's a slice of life, romance, supernatural. Of course, the married couple for like various years.
This fucking guy. I've added 3 more theories. Have you gotten 50, Chris? Yes or no in your life? Have you watched 50 individual anime in a single season? You're close. You're at like 40.
I don't think there's that many in a season. They're usually like 30 or 40.
No, you can count. You can count. I can tell you right now. If I go on Analyst, I'll tell you right now the amount that's there. That's available.
Let's not do that. Let's not do that right now. Don't name all out loud.
No, I'm not gonna name. I was gonna count. I was gonna get a count. That's all.
Okay. Basically, Grandma and Grandpa, they're doing a little farming thing, and they see a golden apple. And as they take a bite out of said apple, the next day they turn young again. It was like it reminded me of have you watched Futurama?
Yes.
Like when it was the series finale when they like finally over like old and like we could do this again basically. It kind of reminded me of that.
I didn't watch it like whole. Like that was just something I caught like when I'm flipping channels. Well, I know I would watch it fairly consistently, but I didn't watch like I can't say I watched
it was like that because in when it was a original series finale, it was basically finally like growing old together. And when the professor found out basically, hey, we could basically go back to where we were, we can start over again, basically. So they're redoing their love all over again, basically. So I fucking like that. It's cute. I could do without their own daughter trying to hit on the grandfather because grandfather's hot right now, but I get it. He's hot, but keep the incest out.
That's a little. It's a little.
That happened like once, so I'm happy. Just don't do it again. Just don't do it again.
I get it.
Yeah,
How would you feel, Matt, if that happened to you? Like you saw your mom, God bless her, came back to life, and you saw her randomly, and you thought, "Wow, she's hot," and you tried to get her into one of your situations, and you find out after.
Do not. Absolutely not. Don't ever say that again.
All right, my bad, buddy.
But no, and we find out why they have the golden apple in the latest episode. And it was
Adam and Eve and God, duh.
No.
Okay.
No. There was a tree that they took care of like all those years. It was damaged, but they saved it. Like they were trying to save it from like being like cracked and all this. And basically this tree grew that apple as like a thank you, basically. Before
Green thumb for the win. Let's go.
Yes. And then that tree died after giving them life with the golden apples.
Aww.
Yeah. So that's why they're young. They're looking through like this they were watching like a romance show of like teenagers, like where the guy like slams on the wall like, hey, want to go out type of thing.
Are they adults or are they teens?
They're adults.
They're okay, so at least they're adults.
They are adults still.
Okay.
So they watch it like, who does this? And the grandma's like, hey, you want to try that? And he does it. He like has his hand on against the wall while she's against it. It's like, hey, I like you. Go out with me. It's just like, yeah, you know what? We're married. It doesn't feel the same.
No, don't. Doesn't hit, bro.
Well, exactly. So
don't hit, bro.
I said, hey, that don't work for me, brother.
That don't work for me, brother.
But I think it's very cute. I like the couple. They're very nice.
Nicer. To answer your question from earlier,
what?
6, including ONAs, OVAs, and movies, 63 titles in the spring, of which 43 of them are considered television shows. So you were more or less spot on.
All right, so 40. So Chris, you got 43 shows to watch. So you got to binge Sam Euphoria.
He's gotta be watching the majority of them, dude. For him to have 43 titles, unless like how many X of those carried over, like Dungeon.
Maybe. Well, he's got Kamui. He's got probably Tsukimichi.
Yeah, he's got Tsukimichi.
Yeah. All right, my last one, Girls Band Cry, aka Emo Bochi the Rock.
Oh, I want to see this so bad.
It's amazing.
I want to watch this so bad.
Yeah, it's a 3D, full-on 3D animation, and it works, especially with the facial expressions. Nina is drops out of high school in the second year, but she aims to enter university while working alone in Tokyo. No friends, no anything like that. No support from her parents.
Oh, they're adults too.
Some of them.
Okay.
Not all of them.
Okay.
Momoka's an adult. She drinks alcohol and all that.
Oh, okay. She's just like the other senpai. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, she's a street musician.
Yeah, just like the other senpai.
Yep.
So they just ripped it off of Bochi the Rock. You're like, oh, Bochi the Rock's successful. Let's make them more adults and maybe give them more risque fucking like routine as we go along in the season.
But what you call it? Nina sees her like she was a fan of her type of thing from her old stuff, and takes advice from her type of thing. Even told, hey, flipping them off is a thank you. And Nina actually took it literally. Like, no, that's not what I fucking meant.
No.
But Momoka, she moves out, finds her own place while Nina has her own apartment. And Momoka is trying to convince Nina to join a band with her. Because Nina can sing. She has a lot of pent-up emotion, great rage, and all this. And basically, she's got a song. She's got to sing it.
All right.
So Momoka try to convince Nina. Nina didn't want it. She really wants to focus on school. Mocha brings a friend, Subaru Awa. She's also part of the performing arts school, appears in commercials. She's strong-willed, competitive nature deep down, despite the friendly approach. Nina didn't like Subaru because she thought she was looking down on her because Nina has that anxiety because she got portrayed by friends in her old school. But Momoka and Subaru convinced me to join her band, and that's going to be the next episode I'm looking forward to. Again, I love the music. The music's great. I love the facials. Everything flows. If you can get past the 3D part, it's great. I love it.
We don't mind 3D. We're not haters of 3D like other people that we know.
Yeah. So it works for this. So I'm very happy with this one. And that will do it for me.
All right. Well, let's time it. Considering I've got 8 fucking shows to give a.
You are it's 25 minutes and 30 seconds. Let's go.
25 minutes. All right. So first one I'll talk about is Vampire Dormitory. It is a fucking full-on shoujo. This is full-on shoujo with yaoi vibes. It's pretty interesting from that perspective. The show basically, let me get all my character names and such. God, I'm trying to remember these. This season's gonna suck ass. The show revolves around a boy. We'll say a boy for now. A boy named Mito. Sorry, Mito. Has lived a rough fucking life. She basically she had a good life, and then her parents died young, and then her family, who didn't really love her, basically like kept her until she got to like high school more or less, and was like, all right, bitch, you're in high school, you can drop out now. Boom, booted her out. And she was trying to work part-time jobs, but you know, she's kind of klutzy, and she has nowhere to stay, so she's staying in like the back rooms of fucking shops, and she gets fired, and she's like, I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. She walks into a cafe, and the cafe is full of pretty hot boys that all these adult women and high school women are swooning over. And she knocks over a vase on accident, and she apologizes for being a ditz, and she tries to pick up the pieces, and she cuts herself. And basically we see one boy who we find out later, his name is Ruka, and he goes and licks the wound and was like, ugh, it's so disgusting. And she's like, why would you lick my blood, you fucking weirdo? And you know, she apologizes, whatever, and then she fucking she fucks off to a bridge. It's raining hard. She's really depressed. She climbs over the bridge, and she's like, if I committed suicide, basically, no one would care, no one would know, no one would give a fuck. But she's like, no, she slaps herself in the face. She's like, no, get out of the dumps. We're not doing this. And so he tries to jump off, but he slips because of the rain, and basically he's going to die. But then we see Ruka in full vampire outfit come and save him. And earlier in the episode, he had a talk with his master, who basically goes as a butler. His name is Komori. So he plays a butler, but he's really like the master of the vampires. And the vampires are currently trying to do like a selection for the next head of the vampire world. And Ruka's a main candidate. But basically, he's got a peculiar like thing where he can't eat or drink girls' blood. It has to be boys' blood. In episode 2, they kind of explained it, but I don't buy it. I think it's something deeper. I won't ruin that since it's a short review. But in any case, basically, Komori told Ruka, like, hey, you need a thrall. Why don't you make that boy a thrall? But like, no, but his blood is disgusting. And it's like, oh, well, if the blood is disgusting, that means that the that child has never been loved. So you should make him your thrall, show him love, and you know, make his blood taste exactly how you want it to taste because he's your thrall. So Ruka eventually relents after he rejects it, and he does it, and was like, hey, don't kill yourself. If you need somebody to love you, I'll love you. Be my thrall. And basically, you know, he agrees, whatever the case. He takes her back to the dormitory where they live, because in episode 2, you find out they go to a all-boys high school. And he takes him back to the dormitory, gives him some clothes, and was like, all right, take a shower. And basically talks a little bit about how, like, he's a boy. But as Mito's like taking off their clothes, we find out Mito's not a boy, Mito's a girl. And Mito's got like chest wraps, so you know they can, you know, flatten the breasts and all that stuff. So Mito's a girl living with a boy, going to an all boys school with the main vampire, not able to drink girls' blood, but is still drinking girls' blood. So, but it's a full-on shoujo without the context of like the boyisms and stuff like that. It's got yaoi vibes and things of that nature. So it's interesting from that perspective, but I like it. And it's going to end up turning into like, you know, typical shoujo. There's a couple boys that are interested in him and blah, 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 blah. So, but pretty solid from that perspective. What else do I want to say? I don't remember the OP and ED. I'll go along as I actually do remember them because I was trying to catch up and get all these. The animation is pretty good as well. Like they really, and I think that's a thing about shoujo animes. The shoujo animes have like really really nice animation that accentuates colors and eyes, because always the big things I feel that women like are attracted to when you see like these bright, beautiful girl focused anime. So I got that piece from it. Moving on. What do I got next? I did watch Tsukimichi. Technically, that's a review. I haven't watched this week's episode. But basically, I'll do a quick review on Tsukimichi. New OP and ED, don't really like them. But it is what it is from that perspective. Basically, Makoto and his students are now in like a tournament, basically. And this is like toward the end of like the festival that I had mentioned a couple weeks back. And the odds are stacked against them because the people that he fucked up earlier in Core 1, basically the father is the person that's running the tournament, and the son wants the revenge. So the son has basically rigged all the rankings, so he ends up like facing easy people and going to the final, or going to like at least the semifinal, and he's making all of Makoto's people fight each other first. So the last episode that I managed to catch up on basically has two of his students going against each other, and he's limited his students. He's like, listen, I know you guys, I've made you all OP as you can be right now, and you guys will dominate anybody in the school. But because of that, you need to learn to not dominate. You have to learn to like save your trump card until you absolutely need to bring it out. So I'm going to put limitations. Like one person can't use dual swords, another person can't use like incantation magic, another person can't use like a bow, another person only has to use their fucking hands and fists like to fight, things like that. So it'll be curious to see how they adapt and how they basically turn the tables, because obviously they turned the tables against this fucking dipshit and they beat him, and it'll be a showcase for Makoto's students. So very, very, very brief review of Tsukimichi. Moving on, we'll go with Unnamed Memory. Unnamed Memory is a sleeper for me. It is a potential sleeper. The story revolves around a prince named Oscar. And Oscar was cursed by a witch, a very powerful witch. Oscar basically cannot have children. If he has children, the mothers will die, basically, while carrying the child. They won't make it to term, or if they make it to term, delivering the baby will kill the baby and the mother. And so his lineage is basically dead. He heads over to this mysterious tower, and it's basically like you call it like the Tower of God. You clear the tower. If you clear the tower, you get to ask the head witch of the tower for any one wish, and they must grant it to you. He clears the tower. He meets the witch. The witch's name is Tanasha. Tanasha is a very beautiful teen-looking witch that's been around for hundreds of years. Come to find out, Tanasha has met his grandfather back, I think it was 80 years in the past, and or like it's like 80 or 120 years in the past, and basically like they had a good relationship. Now we have the grandson here in front of Tanasha, and Tanasha's like, all right, well, what's your wish? And Oscar's like, I need you to cure my illness. So she reveals that the illness itself isn't a curse, but it's a hyperactive blessing. Basically, the blessing means that he was presented as his sperm upon conception. It forms a really, really powerful barrier. So it's not that the woman is doomed to die because of the pregnancy. It's that the magical barrier is so powerful, like no ordinary person can handle that potent amount of magic. So he basically needs a woman that has like high like mana resistancy, all that stuff. And there's hardly anybody on the continent that has that. So basically Oscar is like, hey, why don't you just be my wife? You can handle it, right? And she's like, no, I'm not going to be your wife, dude. Fuck out of here. But she's like, he's like, come on, you can handle it. You're gorgeous, da, da, da. She's like, no, not going to do it. And he's like, all right, how about this? How about you come live with me for a calendar year? Research if there's an alternative way to break the spell. If nothing happens, then all right, after the year, you're done. But if you manage to break the spell, then hey, you broke the spell, you're free to go, whatever the case may be. Reluctantly, Tanasha agrees, and off they set into the castle. Episode 1 was kind of Episode 2 was really awesome because we get our first fight scene. And the first fight scene is really, really fucking cool. Like the animation looks really crisp and sharp. Her magic is super powerful. She is super duper OP, and she almost dies. Tanasha does when a fucking giant wolf basically eats half of her fucking waist and intestines. But she manages to what's it called? She manages to heal herself. And because of that, again, as I told you, she's a teen looking witch. The reason why she's a teen looking witch is because with her powers, she's able to stop her aging. In order for her to not die, she accelerated her aging. So it'll regen her organs and things like that. So now she looks like she's in her like early 20s now as we end episode 2. So, but nonetheless, the action on that, I was like, I really wanted to drop it. And I was like, nope, I can't because that action was really fucking cool. So I like it for what it was worth.
All
Speaking
right.
of drop, I do want to say one thing. I did drop one anime after one episode.
Astronaut.
I did manage to do that. I managed to drop Astronaut. Astronaut, long story short, is about a chef who's down on his times. He gets a job as a chef at a boarding house, and he gets to live at the boarding house. And he falls in love with the head tenant of the boarding house, like the owner of the boarding house, this woman. And basically, the woman is from outer space. And I knew off rip I was not gonna like it. When in the first 3 minutes before the opening, before the OP came out, it had one of the most awfully animated space scenes. That shit looked like a bad cut from the 90s that if you saw it in the 90s, you'd probably love. But seeing it now, it is dog shit. It was awful. And then as we go along in the story, like the story is kind of cute. It's got some comedy in it. It's not the worst comedy, but like some of the characters are just really fucking weird. It's just really weird. And the story is okay. I just have way too much to watch. So it wasn't dropping it because I hated Astronaut. I dropped it because I just have far too much shit that I need to spend time on by comparison.
Right.
He said that's wild in my opinion since it's like Galaxy Next Door. No, Galaxy Next Door, at least through one episode, was better than this. So sorry, Chris. You're on your own for Astronaut. All right. Anyway, moving on. I've got 5 more, I think. Next one I will go over is actually no, I got 4 more. Is Studio Apartment, Good Lighting, Angel Included. This is a interesting what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? Harem anime. There is some fan service. It's not really crazy. It's not uncensored or anything like that. Like, you don't see nips or anything like that.
It's just suggestive.
It's very suggestive, yes. The story revolves around a normal boy whose name I'm forgetting. Give me a second to pull it up. Studio lighting, bang, boom, bop. Shintaro. The story revolves around a normal high school boy named Shintaro. Lives his life. He has a part-time job. He goes to school. Things are cool. He lives on his own. No big deal. He wakes up one day, and there's a literal angel on his balcony. And the angel's been sent down from the heavens to learn more about humans and to interact with humans, get a feel for humans, with the ultimate goal of the angel understanding what it's like for angels to make humans happy. So she basically had to find someone that she can do that to. And by chance, she chooses Shintaro. But everything's good, like she cooks, she like does cleans. She's very quirky from that perspective. And Shintaro's never lived with a girl, really interacted with a girl in any real sort of way. So he kind of has to just, kind of make do with what it is. Cue the suggestive scenes of her, like them walking into each other, like in the bathroom and fucking sleeping in the same bed and blah, 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 blah. And basically it turns into a harem because by episode 2, we get the introduction of 2 more girls. We get the introduction of, what's her name? Sugumi. Sugumi is a normal high school girl, just basic as well, but she actually likes Shintaro. She was like Shintaro for almost a decade. Basically, he managed to help her from when she was lost, when she was like in 1st grade, and like she fell in love. Didn't speak to him for 9 years, and then they went to the same high school, so she automatically likes him. It's really cute. She's really nice, but she can't really compete because the 3rd girl, next to an angel, the 3rd girl is this girl named Noelle, and Noelle is a Yuki-onna. And, with Yuki-onnas, whenever they get embarrassed or they get angry or jealous or sad, they make it snow. So,
Right.
Cue Iceman, more or less. What's his face? I forget his name.
I forgot his name.
Yeah, so cue Iceman from that piece. But no, it's pretty interesting. By the end of episode 2, basically, they're trying to keep everything a secret. And Sugumi kind of knows that Shintaro's like messing around with an angel. and she's kind of upset about it because she can't compete. And then by the end of the episode, we see Shintaro, who just made friends with the Yuki Onna in a park. We see the angel, who was upset because he hadn't come home and she missed him and she wanted to be around him. And then you see Sugumi, who's just walking to the convenience store to get some ice cream, see a Yuki Onna and an angel standing before her. And so that wasn't bad. It's got some comedy as well. It's okay. So I'll see where it goes. For now, I'll keep it pretty solid.
Okay.
And then finally, actually, no, I got 3 more. Son of a bitch. Oh man, it keeps on going. Next one, the next new anime I'll go over is A Condition Called Love. I'm
watching that also. So,
are you watching it?
Yeah.
You said you weren't.
No, I didn't hear you say it. Sorry.
Oh, my bad. All right, never mind. I won't go over A Condition Called Love. We'll go over that later. Oh, good. All right, cool. Now I have 7 instead of 8. That works. All right, moving on. Penultimate review. Kaiju number 8. Kaiju number 8, something that Starman was hyped and hyped and hyped and hyped. So I said, okay, I'll watch it. So I watched it. Kaiju number 8, if I can describe it, as I've said already in our group chats and online, it's a mix of Chainsaw Man meets Zom 100. The animation and the comedy kind of has a Zom 100 vibe. The gore and the blood and shit comes from Chainsaw Man. And basically with Kaiju number 8, if I can pull up the name, Kaiju number 8. Kaiju number 8 follows a world where there's basically mythical beasts that roam around called Kaiju. And there's a Kaiju defense force. And the Kaiju defense force is in charge of, killing the Kaiju. As they say, hunting and killing the Kaiju, making sure that there's as little casualties as possible. The story itself follows a man. They're all adults at this stage. A man named Kafka. Kafka works for the cleanup department of the Kaiju defense force. So basically, after they've killed the Kaiju, they gotta fucking saw it with chainsaws and blowtorches and saws and fucking take it apart, clean up all the blood and all bullshit from the streets, and return everything back to normal. So he is part of that crew. Originally, he wanted to be a Kaiju hunter, but he couldn't, just because he failed at the time and he more or less gave up. So he's basically part of this crew. He thinks he's helping everybody. Everything is good. But realistically, he wants to be a Kaiju hunter. We find out his best friend, his best childhood friend, I should say, that they no longer speak. She is the head commandant of the Kaiju defense force. She is super amazing. She's got powers. She's fucking badass. And he just can't be her. So there's a little bit of jealousy from that perspective, but he makes do. It is what it is. It's a day job. He gets paid. It's all right. He is what it is. He lives like a bum. It's quite funny from that perspective. One day, he meets a rookie for the job. His name is Ichikawa. Ichikawa wants to go and be in the defense force. And, the manager basically tells her, hey, Kafka wanted to be in the defense force, but he ain't make it. So now he's here. Ha, 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 ha. And so then, Ichikawa's like, well, why didn't you keep pursuing it? And he's like, you reach your limits, and I reached mine, and it wasn't enough. And so it is what it is. They do the typical senpai kohai thing at the job. They all, work on various tasks involving cutting up this Kaiju that was basically killed in the first minutes of the episode. And as they're departing for the day, Ichikawa basically says hey, thanks for being my senpai. I appreciate it. We got to the first day. And he's like, by the way, seeing your face when I asked you, why did you give up? You look sad. Just to let you know, they've raised the age limit because of the fact they hardly have any defense people. So they've raised the age limit and it's now 32. Apparently he's somewhere near there. So you should, give it a try. And he's like, you know what? I might do that. And then shit hits the fan because another Kaiju comes and fucking almost kills them both. But basically, Kafka saves Ichikawa, and Ichikawa in turn later on saves Kafka. So together they save each other. They manage to get away from the Kaiju before Kafka's best friend, who I told you about, the crazy commandant. Her name, by the way, is what's her face? Does it say? I think it's Mina. I think her name is Mina. Her name is Mina. But in any case, Mina comes, saves the day, doesn't acknowledge Kafka, fucks off. And they're both in hospital, and they're talking about, let's apply for the defense force. Let's really make a go of this. And then Kafka, at the end of episode 1, basically eats a Kaiju. There's a little baby fly Kaiju, and basically it goes into and invades Kafka. Kafka fucking turns all sorts of fucking crazy. It looks like he's on the craziest of fucking mushrooms. And when he looks in the mirror, he is now a kaiju, and he has to escape the hospital because of the fact he's a kaiju. And if they find he's a kaiju, they'll kill him. So, pretty interesting. Blood and gore galore. It'll be a nice action anime from that perspective. So, looking forward to seeing kaiju from that piece.
Nice.
And finally, last but not least, we have Slime. Slime season 3. This is the ultimate in isekai anime where your character is ridiculously OP and we have a bunch of shit around it that makes it really cool. Basically, this will be nothing but recaps from this perspective. Slime season 3 picks off where we left off on season 2 with the end of Walpurgis and the basically Rimuru coming back to town. Coming back to town and, being embraced by everybody that he saved by becoming a demon lord. And basically, the couple episodes really is a lot of world building, sets up the scenes for the remainder of the season. Basically, it's the fallout of Walpurgis. And we basically see, various, things. They deal with Clayman, like the evil people that were using Clayman in essence. They kind of deal with his death from that perspective. They got to figure out where do they go from here. And then another one of the attendants for the Holy Church. Let me see if the character names are there, because there's so many characters because this is an established anime. It's tough for me to be able to really review. I think this might be the very first time I'm reviewing Slime on this podcast. I don't recall. I've done Slime Diaries, but not Slime.
Yeah, I think you done just Slime Diaries. And when we were watching the other one, you were just very behind, and you just waited for like the end.
I think so, perhaps. Yeah. I gotta get all these fucking characters, dude. I don't know all the characters, and it just fucking mind fucks me. Where the hell is her name? That's not it. She's fairly popular. I don't know the damn woman's name. Is it Hinata? It's not Hinata. No, yeah, it is Hinata. Yeah, it is Hinata. Or her name's Hinata. They just gave her a funny picture. Anyway, Hinata comes back, gets the answer from her demon lord about what happened at Walpurgis, and we also find out one of the demon lord's attendants, a vampire, and basically the twin brother of the Pope, whom she serves as well as part of this, was killed by one of Clayman's people. That person, his name is he's a clown fucker. I forget his name too now. So I scroll down this list of so many people. Laplace kills the vampire brother basically, and they have to figure out like what's next, what are they going to do. And a lot of the plot for the first couple seasons is really how do we deal with Tempest, the country of Jura Tempest. And now they have a demon lord. What are we going to do? How are we going to like proceed? One of the pieces, I forget the name of the country, but the country that basically attacked Jura Tempest and whom Rimuru destroyed their entire army and used their souls to resurrect his fucking town. They're in all sorts of disarray and chaos. And basically, at this point, they're at their hands and knees in front of Jura Tempest and in front of Diablo, who's serving as the mediator and the representative of Jura Tempest. Basically, they want reparations and they want their town as best as they can. So they're basically going to sign over that, they accept the responsibility and they're going to pay them 10 billion gold in reparations for the abhorrent fucking attack against Jura Tempest. And basically they want to fight it. They don't want to give up. And they want to go out in a blaze of glory because their other options are either become a vassal state or just basically fucking get crushed. They're going to just destroy the entire country as the war continues. Oh, and the second piece is that the king steps down, which is interesting because as part of that battle back in season 2, the king was basically completely dismembered, but was kept alive. So they have him in a fucking chest. They present the chest with the dismembered but alive king and said, all right, well, if you want your king, you got to listen to our demands. Okay, yes, we agree. So they revive the king and they're like, all right, now that we revive the king, he needs to go the fuck away. He needs to step down and we want the 10 billion in gold. And they want to fight it. They're planning to fight it. And then they find out Rimuru's a demon lord. And they're like, fuck, we're not going to do that. They find out whom Rimuru is associated with. They're like, nope, fuck that. We're good. Let's just accept the terms. I'll step down. There's your 10 billion gold. We'll call it even. So that's another one of the highlights that basically happened from Slime. So as a brief catch up on the first 2 episodes. All right. Okay. 25 minutes myself for 7 anime because I didn't go as in depth for some of them.
Right, and we spent the first 5 minutes just kind of bullshitting and figuring out our lists.
Figuring out the list. Exactly.
Okay, let's do our 2 reviews first, and then we'll do the impressions. First one, Ninja Kamui. We got 2 more left after this, but basically 2 important things did happen. Previous one was Logan taking on Big D because they're going to the main base now. Like we're reaching the climax. But
Big
first,
D's reaching the climax.
oh yeah, well, Big D needed a haircut before killing bitches.
Yeah,
he had to look good. He had to look good.
He got to look fly before he got to kill a motherfucker. Yeah,
but
he got fucking blown the fuck up by fucking Ozza Captain.
Yep, and we get our first sacrifice.
My sacrifice.
Yeah, it was. Emma decided to go no protection. She took the Big D explosion.
Yeah, she took the Big D explosion raw.
Yeah, and this is why she died because of it.
That was sad though. It was.
It was. I felt bad for Mike, and of course they did the karaoke and like drunk crying.
It was horrible. In Japanese, it was horrible. It was really horrible. That shit, I talk shit mostly about dub anime. Anytime you have like actual English, it really should be in dub. And I was just writing that today in the chat. I was like, it throws me off whenever I hear the U.S. Secretary of the Defense or whatever they have, Homeland Security Secretary, and he's speaking fluent Japanese as a white guy. Just throws me off. Should be in English. Same thing with this white guy too, the head of Ozza. Should be in English. Mike should be in English. It's like, fuck, man. I wish they would have done like a mix of both. I don't know, like a little bit. Yeah, that would have been clutch if you have like kind of like Shogun does. And I haven't seen Shogun yet. I've only seen pieces of Shogun. Shogun does that, but you have the English
or what Great Pretender did in the beginning.
Yeah.
But for the latest episode, it focused on Zai. And his background, like how he became a killer, his thing with Logan, and then Logan's wife.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, Zai putting out the hit on Logan, basically what her story turned into.
Yep.
And so Zai challenged Logan to a duel.
And it was a sick fucking battle. It's a sick battle.
Yeah, and it's still gonna go.
It's still going because that was the end credit. The end credit.
Yeah, it was the end credit. Just them fighting.
Was them fucking just hand to hand combat and swords in these fucking mech suits.
Yep.
Sick.
Sick. So I can't wait to see what the next episode offers.
I'm gonna rate it right now. I'm not gonna rate it on the show. I'm gonna rate it on my list right now.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait for the panels for a concrete answer.
I mean, I'm pretty sold on where it is. It can only go down from here if you get my drift.
It could. It could go. It could be Metallic Rouge.
No, fuck no. Hell, not a chance. Earth is gonna be no fucking Metallic Rouge. You shut your whore mouth up, Matthew.
One more. Sandland. We found out
random but cool, random but interesting and funny.
Also, why you got this spectated like this? I will not. Twice now, this fucking prick chicken wing angel disrespect to Lucifer. First, ruining his 37-inch TV. And the second time,
it's 37. Bro, you know how heavy that motherfucker must have been?
Yeah.
CRT TV.
And ruin his 10,000 jigsaw piece. Like it's no big fucking deal.
You'd be pissed off if somebody came and just said yeet to your 10,000 fucking puzzle.
Yes, especially when you're almost done. Yes, I would not give him a chance. Like, rip now.
What's the closest chair I have? Lift that bitch up and fucking Austin that bitch.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw this at you.
Seriously.
But we find out we're getting a little ahead. We find out in the previous episode Anne is also a fiend because she's a half breed. Because her mother is Lilith, aka Beelzebub's sister.
Yep, Satan's fucking daughter, a vampire.
Yep. So I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, cool. I'm with it. Why not? And the angel and General Bread, they go to Sandland and they sealed Satan with this giant vase.
Which is
thing.
how they sealed the fucking vampire in the first place.
Yeah, they sealed little of it in the beginning.
And,
Like,
look, from back, I think it debuted in like episode 4, or not episode 4, episode like 6. This fucking gorge-looking vase thing.
yeah,
It basically has the power to seal evil fucking energy, which is what things are, evil energy.
yep. And first did it to Lilith 10 years ago, and now did it to Lucifer. So basically, that's going to be the next 2 episodes. For
What was I always forget the name of the DBZ character that Lucifer's looked exactly like.
Which one?
Lucifer, the DBZ character.
Deborah. Yeah.
I did have it. I thought Deborah for a second was the fucking the big pink fucking fat Ginyu Force guy.
Goldo. That's Goldo.
Goldo. Thank you. I've been missing
fuck Goldo.
Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah, exactly. No one likes him.
No, fat, large.
But no, we didn't see today's episode. I'm definitely looking forward to it. It's fun. It's just like, what the fuck, but it's also fun.
It is. This series has been fun. The first episode threw me off, but the rest of the series has been fucking fun. I will give it that. I'm having fun. No,
I've been enjoying it. But these are for our reviews. Now let's get to our first impressions. We are gonna start
Fable.
I was gonna say the Fable. Basically,
the one that you and I are like, we'll see.
Yeah. The Fable is the legendary hitman, aka Akira. Very good at killing, but it's like, well, we've been doing too much killing.
Yes.
So we got to lay low for a year. Do not do a job for a year. So you and your sister Yoko, you're gonna hide out in my little area for a year. No killing, no crime.
Specifically.
Yep. So that is what they have to do. And this is the one I'm on the fence. I know it's supposed to be like a comedy, but I really haven't gotten that humor.
It's not very funny. It's not very funny. I get annoyed by his demeanor. Really annoys me. Like, it's stupid. Like, he's smart when it comes to killing, and then because he has to not kill, like, he struggles with the whole thing, and it's like, They gave me a little bit of intrigue at the end of episode 2. You've seen episode 2, right? You're all caught up, more or less, except for today's shit.
Basically, don't pay to see what today's saying that, but I'm caught up in everything.
Yeah, I'm so far behind, but I did see Fable episode 2 because I was hoping to drop it. But they gave us a little bit more intrigue with the introduction of the neighbor. There's a neighbor, a really pretty neighbor, and that's gonna probably play into how Fable acts. So I'm gonna be curious to see how that develops. So I might give it 2 more. I'm gonna do the 3-episode rule. I might give it the 4-episode rule on this one before I can like officially drop it.
That's fair. But
it's so good you're yawning.
I'm yawning in excitement. Moving on. One of our sequels that has returned. Misfit of Demon King Academy 2 Part 2.
This started strong. I will admit, this one episode is better than half of last season. Half of Core 1.
Yeah. And thanks, Chris, for ruining Anos for me. Call him Shota.
Shota. You can't I thought about that immediately when they're like, "Can you believe he's only 6 months old?"
I know.
Like,
it didn't help his case when they made him appear as a kid again in class.
Yeah, that was.
I was like, "Oh no, not
he went
again."
from 6 months old to 6 years old instead of being 16 years old.
I was like, "Oh my god, stop! Put something politica, some."
I mean, it was funny. It was funny seeing him like in season 1 when he came out the womb and he's like, "Hello, woman." Basically,
I am this guy.
Yeah, my name is Anos. Call me Anos.
Those are my first words to you.
That was fucking hilarious. But nonetheless,
it was, that was funny. But it's like, but I liked how Anos woke up Sasha in bed.
That was Riz. That was fucking Riz, dude. That was swag.
Yeah, I'm carrying you now, as you can see.
Wouldn't you love to wake up your significant other that way? I fucking would. That's hot. That was hot.
And our B story is Lei wanting approval from Shin to marry his daughter, or even go out with her.
Yep.
Not happening.
Nope.
It ain't gonna happen. And who was the girl Anos was talking to? Melidia, the goddess of creation?
Yeah, she basically hovers over the moon.
Yep. And basically, we get those flashbacks of their brief talks from time to time. So we don't know what her role is going to be in this going forward.
Well, it's they haven't touched on it because at the end of Core 1, they have Anos and he's back to normal. Everything is back to normal. He's good. He can't figure out what he needs to do. There was something he's forgetting, like his memory has been altered somehow. And so they haven't touched on that thus far. But I guarantee she plays into that. Oops. I guarantee she plays into that. Yeah.
But of course, Ano goes undercover back in school because he's no longer allowed in school.
He's no longer allowed in school as the Demon King, so now he goes back to school as Anush Pultikol.
Yeah, it was like some Politica shit, and confronts Eldabad again.
That's the same guy that he was 150 years ago in the Core 1. Remember the same little boy that was part of the traveling fucking circus that he managed to get in with Homegirl's mother and got into the spirit world? Yeah, so he's Anush Pultikol right now. But only briefly.
Right. But anyway, I will say I am intrigued to see where this goes. I just hope they don't fuck this one up.
This is going to be the show that we finish for continuity's sake, but it's going to feel like a chore, perhaps. And I hope it doesn't turn out that way. Episode 1 indicated it wasn't going to be that way, but it is Misfit. So.
Yeah. Okay, we got one more before we go to our ROMs, and that is Bartender Glass of God.
I have not seen. I'm only caught up on episode 1. I have not seen the last 2 episodes.
Yeah, I saw today's. But basically, it's about hidden in the back streets of the Ginza district, Eden Hall. There's a bartender named Sasakura. He's like this bartender prodigy,
and he's an idiot with everything else.
Yeah, but these 2 girls, Yukari and Miwa. They're looking for a bartender for their establishment to create this glass of God.
Yes.
And they're looking around. They haven't found the right bartender until it was a guy who does not know how to work a smartphone, Sasakura. They go to his little establishment, and it's like she made the girls the best drink. One was a Cosmopolitan, one was the what was the other one?
It's just a whiskey seltzer.
Yeah. Because the last bar she went to
highball officially.
Highball, yeah. Because the last one that made it for her was shit.
Yeah, and it was because she fucking was drunk and she let the ice melt.
Yeah, so
and it's the quality of the ice we find out. This is why you have cubed ice. I haven't watched this not because I don't want to. I enjoyed episode 1 so much. The like fucking lo-fi ASMR type vibes. And then the way that he carefully describes how to make the drinks and what to do, like the craftsmanship of him chipping away at solid ice that he cut off of a beautiful block and making it into a perfect cube that lasts even longer because of how it was done, how it was frozen, things of that nature. They literally made bartending a fucking art. Like they made my bartender, my best friend Carlina, they made her look like fucking amateur, fucking shitty bitch, fucking bartender compared to what the fuck Sasakura or whatever his name is, what he does. I was in fucking pressed. Like literally, like if you want an anime to go to sleep to, or if you want an anime to like literally unwind and chill while you're sipping on whatever your favorite cocktail is, this is your fucking show. I loved episode 1, and I haven't watched episode 2 and 3 because I've been trying to get all the other stuff out the way and failing, but nonetheless, I love this.
I very much enjoyed episode 2 a lot. Episode 3 was really nice. You see that Sasakura definitely has flaws, and especially when you see him meet Mr. Perfect. So I can't wait till you watch that one. But no, I'm very intrigued. I very much enjoy it. I don't know why Starman dropped this one, but
because he's not an alcoholic anymore. Like he's turned down a lot of alcohol at this stage. That's got to be it. It can't be because he's picky. Because this bro. Through 1 episode, I immediately saw this as like slice of life contender of the season.
No, it definitely is. Definitely is.
Off the first episode, I'm like, all right, this is a contender. Just like we'll talk about Konosuba being an easy contender for something else.
Oh god, no.
Fairly fucking obvious.
Oh my god, I can't wait. Let's get to our ROMs. Our first one is voice actor. Yeah, the many sides of voice actor radio.
That's a ROM?
It's a Yuri, so.
Is it a Yuri?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a Yuri.
Really?
Yeah.
Hontoni?
Yeah. Yeah, it says comedy girls love.
Sugoi!
Yes. That's it. I got 3 LGBT shows this season.
Me too!
Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna start with this one.
Pause. I always credit you, Matt, for like putting me onto the LGBTQ shows. And no, because it gives me so much like I would say I have a couple gay male friends. Not including you as part of the community, but I have 2 other gay friends, and it's like I could talk to them periodically about whatever gay shit they go through in their gay lives, and like it's funny to me, but seeing it actually in like real life perspective as not being that close to them from that piece is just so eye opening to me. Like I enjoy it. Anyway, continue on with your description.
Anyway, this focuses on Yasumi and Yuhi, who basically do not like each other because of a misunderstanding in school.
Yep.
And they're both voice actors, but turns out they have to work together because they have a voice acting gig for a radio show.
Yep. Both of them they're one of them, what's her name? Let me get the fucking name of it.
Which one, the blue hair or the other one?
Blue hair girl.
Yuhi.
Yeah. So Yuhi, she is a little bit more popular than the other girl. Where the fuck is there it is. Found it. Then Yumiko. She is do you want to call them by their voice actor names, or do you want to just call them like Chika and Yumiko?
Yeah,
I prefer Chika.
Yeah, Chika and Chika's the blue hair and Yumiko is the blonde.
I'm gonna say Chika Yumiko. So Chika is a little bit more popular. She's coming off of like a fresh like show that came out. She's
also an idol on top of
and she's also an idol on top of an actress. And we have Yumiko, who is kind of not starved for work, but some of the work hasn't been coming in as like she thought. She was like released from a show once it was finished, and nothing really concrete's come over. So it's interesting to see that dynamic as well from that piece, where you can obviously tell. I haven't seen episode 2 yet, or has it dropped? Yeah, episode 2 is dropped. I have not seen episode 2, or have I? Have I seen episode 2? I've not seen episode 2. I have not seen episode 2 yet.
I have yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet. But you can kind of tell from the piece because of the fact that Yumiko really, really, really wants to like make it work with Chika, despite their like misunderstandings. It mainly is all from Chika's side, and you can tell like just Yumiko. It's so funny, the dynamic. I'm sure you were going to get to this, so I guess I'll jump to it. Is the dynamic between the 2 girls is that they're complete polar opposites in terms of personality. Even though like you have them as idols and like they're supposed to be like flamboyant and outgoing and really bubbly. Yumiko is that way in like real life as well as partially with her character, and Chika is the complete opposite, where Chika is very reserved, withdrawn. She has no friends at school. She sits by herself in the corner desk where the typical protagonist lives, in the back of the fucking classroom. And it's interesting because she plays the bubbly personality, but you see Yumiko, she's a gairu by day, but her actual like idol life, her voice actor life, she is what's it called? She dresses really reserved, and she puts on a really good facade of being prim and proper and appropriate and things of that nature. So just the dynamic between the 2 girls is really fascinating from that perspective as well.
But no, I agree. For this one though, basically they're gonna learn to bond together through this radio show, and I liked how they had their first public recording.
And she tripped her.
Yeah,
you bitch.
Yeah, all because she was nervous as fuck. Like, oh, I got you. Oh no!
Just embarrass yourself in front of everybody. Then the nerves are gone.
Yeah, basically, hey guys, can you be patient with her? She's just a little bit shy. She's so shy. She's so nervous that she trips. So please give her that support. Like, yeah, you're doing great.
Yeah, are you okay? Oh my god, you look fabulous.
Also, I feel bad for their writer. This
bro, she's fucking headband, bags.
Hey, dude, get some sleep. Holy shit.
Bro, they're slave working her like she works for fucking what's it called? For Jujutsu Kaisen Studio, for Mappa.
Yeah, she works for Mappa.
She works for Mappa, the screenwriting. Oh shit.
But Jesus, oh my god. No,
and she's their age. She's like 14, she's like 15, 16.
Yeah, around there. Like, my goodness.
Bro.
To get some sleep.
No wonder they commit suicide with shit like that. Holy fuck, that man.
But it's definitely fun. I could definitely say that.
It is very fun, and I'm surprised. I thought this was another going to be like kind of slice of life. I didn't expect this to be girls' love at all. All. I don't get that at all. Like when I look,
I feel like we'll get it later down the
now.
road, but not
It's at
now.
the bottom. It's 60% Yuri according to analysts. I
Yeah.
didn't see that. Okay. You think it's later?
Yeah, I think it'll develop later.
I want to get to know you. Nothing says getting to know you like muff diving.
So stop it.
Scissor me, daddy ass.
Moving on. Duke of Death and his maid season 3.
I'm with Chris. I am with Chris. The 3 songs in episode 1
No,
were
I
not
did not like that.
fucking needed.
No. Trust me, I didn't like them. I also don't like the new OP.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
I was like, I came for Duke and Alice singing. They sang the last 2. Like, why not this one?
No, they made it really bubbly. And I get at the end, I'm sure life will be nice and plenty bubbly when they fucking break the curse, but I don't know. This is especially with Bochan being able to play the piano so well and Alice having a nice voice. This should easily be like fucking some sort of like really ballad duet type. Maybe not as like
I was hoping that.
Yeah,
I was hoping that for the OP, but
yeah,
no, they don't sing it.
Oh, it's fucking lame.
So that upsets me great that they said the last season. You're not going to do that.
Oh, that's a half a point off. No longer a 5-star anime.
Yes, damn right. Basically,
downward. Go ahead.
Yeah. Basically, these 2 episodes was about Sharon, who's awake.
I've only seen episode 1.
But yeah, no, Sharon is awake.
Yes.
And basically just trying to reunite with Alice, because you call it. They're all done with the magic school right now.
Yep, they graduated in a week. There was a crash course.
There was a crash course.
There was a super crash course. I mean, it helped out Zane and fucking what's her face?
Cuff, yeah.
And Cuff, yeah, it helped the shit out of them. But
they were like the only real magic users out of the whole group.
Yeah, like what did they? I guess they learned like magic history and magic like run away when you see magic. Yeah, defense, magic defense.
Yeah, and then Sade is definitely going to be a big factor in this as the main antagonist. Now we're going to find out what is going to go on with Sharon now that she's basically back in the fold.
It's interesting. Like I said, I only saw episode 1, but she mentioned she's like, I'm not going to stay in the mansion because A, my daughter can't fuck Bochan while I'm here because she's going to feel nervous. B, I'm obligated to whatever her name is, Priscilla or whatever the fuck, the mother's name. Yeah, the mother. I'm obligated to the mother. You know, now that I'm here, I'm alive. Like the mother's gonna want me there.
She's gonna fuck the mother.
Yeah, I didn't, bro. So how does it? So did she not age in her sleep? Was it like cryo sleep?
And I think it's with the spell. So no, she hasn't aged.
Literally, because you said Bochan and Alice are of age. They're 18.
Yeah,
but she's 25.
Yeah.
You don't find that a little weird?
With the premise of the mother is 7 years older than Alice.
Yeah, like okay, they have the built-in out that they established. Okay, that's cool. It's still weird to think about, bro. Like,
well, yeah, because she would have been 35, and because she had Alice when she was like 17, 18, yes.
And then the fucking dirtbag dad just fucking left. In my head, I was like, why did she leave? And then as you hear Sharon talk, she's a little obnoxious because she's so excitable. So I'm like, all right, I guess he got fed up with fucking hearing her so bubbly and kind, I guess. I don't know.
Yes.
She's still fucked up. She's still hot and really sweet as a person. She's a really, really sweet person. Like, especially that, like I said, I only saw episode 1. So at the end of episode 1, where they have the story about like, you know, just like how everything unfolded prior to her falling asleep. And then like, what's it called? Alice asking her mother, like, where's my father? Like, he left shortly after you were born. And she kind of like played it off, you know? And then at the end, when you see Alice get fucking like embarrassed when Bochan declares like, I'll never leave your daughter the way that her father left her in front of fucking Sharon, and Sharon's all like excitable. She's like, oh my God, I have such a nice son-in-law. And then he goes back inside the house and fucking Alice is like, nope. Hazakashi.
All right, moving on. Our next Yuri, Whisper Me a Love Song.
This is cute.
This is definitely cute. We only have 1 episode for right now.
Yep.
Basically, start of high school. Himari's our main girl.
Yep.
And they go to the ceremony thing, the introduction.
Yep.
She's a band there, and she falls in love with the main guitarist, Yuri. who was also the singer.
Yes.
And then you find out she was a backup because a regular person quit.
Yep. She's also a third year. I found that very interesting. You have the 2-year age gap where
Yeah.
this effectively, I don't know if the manga is still releasing, but this effectively only lasts, I guess, a year, right?
Yeah.
So that's, I found that
also manga still going.
Manga is so then that concerns me because when you think about manga, right? You think about the typical high school manga lasts through the equivalent of high school. For Yori, this is her last year. For Hikari, this is her first year. So then what story is there to tell other than like literally day to day in that year?
That's more or less it, or just the stuff after school.
Chris, have you read the manga?
I don't think he has. I don't think he doesn't really read those.
He doesn't read those. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, I mean, so that concerns. I'm like, how? I'm sure it's going to come off flawless as people like you and I that don't read the manga, but I'm very curious as to know about the public's opinion that has read the manga. Like, how much stuff are they skipping? Is what they're skipping pertinent? Because this is in effect a short story. I doubt you'll get a second season with this, depending on how they play it off.
Yeah, it looks like they said it'll end around like volume 6, according to the manga readers.
And
without being paced as of right now, I think there's only 8 volumes. So a good amount.
That kind of disappoints me though, a little bit. That's not going to procure me from the score, but just on a personal note, I don't really like that.
Right. But more or less, Yuri doesn't know what love is, doesn't understand it. Even though her quote-unquote bandmates want to write a love song.
Mm-hmm.
But doesn't get it. Until Himari went up to her and said, I love you. I fell love you on site. It's on site.
On site, bro.
He does not read the Yuri. See? Yeah,
all right.
But then this made Yuri go doki doki. And then she told the friends, like, I kind of love her. Because she confessed to me. I don't know what to do. What do I say? Like, just tell her.
Man, I have a question. And when did you know you were part of the LGBTQ community? If I can ask a personal question on the air.
I've been curious. I've been curious in my 20s. And around 26 is when I actually started it.
So then in your high school life, you were pretty secure that you liked girls.
Yeah, I was a man.
Had you had involvement with females prior to?
Yeah.
Okay. So then I guess it doesn't really apply because I'm gonna be like, in that situation, how would you have felt?
I've been curious for a while, but I never acted until I was 26.
Okay.
I just never had the right opportunity or met the right person.
That's fair. I didn't mean to drag it, but I was.
Oh no, you're good on that.
Ask that question.
It's better than the fucking mom question you asked earlier.
I'm just saying, what if you thought, oh my god, it's a gorgeous woman and it's your mom?
We're not doing that again.
Nonetheless, I asked the question because I'm like, how would you feel if it was like a dude that was like, dude, I love you, like you're so hot. From the first time I saw you, I knew that, like, yo, you're my bear.
No. Absolutely not, whoever it is. But anyway, Yuri talks to Himari about the confession, but Himari's like, oh, I loved your singing too. I'm also a fan of it. So basically, she loves her singing voice, and her song is just not her.
Not her. Yeah, not her.
So I'm like, oh.
Yeah, and then fucking the Doki Doki goes to heartbreak real quick.
Yeah, but Yuri is determined.
He's persistent.
Yeah, she's persistent to make Himari fall in love with her. And that's really what that season is going to be.
How often do you see the older woman being the tsundere / I guess she's the one that's pursuing her, but she's a tsundere.
Well, Sasaki was that way too.
Sasaki's not tsundere.
No, but he was persistent.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, they're both bottoms. That's fine.
Sasaki is not a bottom. No, never mind.
They switch. No, they switch. They definitely switch.
You think switch?
Oh yeah, you can tell by them. They definitely switch.
No, never mind. Sasaki. No, I'm thinking it was Miyano. Wait, no, Miyano's the bottom.
I said no. They definitely switch.
No, I don't see Miyano as a top at all.
I know he
He is not alpha at all, which we'll get to later.
He was.
He is not alpha whatsoever, Papa.
No. He even talked about how he doesn't prefer being like a bottle. He likes to take charge. So that's just they switch and make each other happy.
Yeah, Sasaki does look more bottomy in a way.
Yeah, Sasaki's a service top, and Miyano's a power bottom.
It's a lot of top to service.
Yes, exactly. Next up, a condition called love.
I was iffy, but I've grown to really like this ROM.
First episode, it was okay. Second episode, I was like, okay, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Basically, it's about Hotaru, who's like kind of aromantic, not really, but she doesn't care about romance.
She's just a normal girl that hasn't thought about anything.
Basically, she would be content if she didn't feel love at all in her life. Like, you know, I'm fine with it. It's cool.
You know why? She hasn't discovered herself, if you catch my drift. I feel no. In all seriousness, as much as I've made that a joke, like I feel like people that are like not asexual, but like aromantic don't understand. Like I feel the physical aspects of it, even though obviously that's not what the anime focuses on. Most animes don't when you have that situation. But like I feel like if you haven't discovered yourself as like a human from that sexual side, it's hard to picture you being with someone else from that perspective as well. I feel that lends some sort of credence somewhere, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. But in any case, this all happened all because she overheard a conversation from the most handsome man, Hanoi.
Yep.
Basically dumping another girl.
No, the girl dumped him.
Oh, that's right. Because Hawaii could not.
Hawaii.
He's a galaxy.
You're gonna call him Hawaii?
Yes, in a galaxy far, far Hawaii.
Oh my god. Oh my god!
But no, Saki's
I need your fucking thing so I can go. Wah, wah, wah.
Yes, he is now Saki Hawaii.
Jesus fucking
Hawaii, Kauai.
Jesus Louises. So you got any more, Matt? You're on a roll. Keep on going. Keep on going with the fucking
Sake now. Sake Hawaii.
Oh my god. No. Anyway.
Basically, it's like, you know, I'm not feeling it with you. That's why I'm really not in on this relationship.
Yeah, like I believe in soulmates, and I don't think you're my soulmate.
Like I had nothing to tell you, or I don't fucking care.
It makes sense, but it's kind of harsh.
It's like you wanted me, I didn't want you.
And
I just said yes, see if I can feel it. I'm not really feeling it. It's not working for me, brother.
It doesn't work for me, brother.
Yes.
It doesn't work for me, sister.
That ain't working for me, girl. We're good. But however, he did feel something with Hotaru because, you know, she gave him her umbrella because, you know, he was soaking in the ring.
He's heartbroken, yeah.
Soaking in the ring, even though, because he really wants to find a soulmate.
No, Hotaru's just a nice girl. She's just really, really nice.
Yeah. And so because of this, Saki's like, hey, we should go out. She's like, no, I don't want to. I don't care.
I don't know you. I don't know you.
Like, I don't fucking know you, man.
Yeah.
So what do you do with a couple? Like, oh, you know, just love each other and all this. Like, why?
I don't know.
I don't fucking know you.
Go touch the little dot in between your leg and then come back to me.
Oh, stop it. So, you know, Saki's he's being persistent. He's trying. Hotaru's still on the fence. But what really sold the deal was that Saki was out at night in the freezing cold looking for the
missing haircut. Missing haircut. He lost the earring, and he's like, I lost it. It is what it is. I'll just get another one. But
Hotaru was a clip that her parents,
her family
gave her.
Yeah.
And she really wanted, so Saki could tell the disappointment in her voice. Like, you know what? I'm going to go find it.
I didn't sense that at all. I just thought he was overreaching. And that's the part that made me like, about it, because I don't like, and I've told you this in the past, I don't like obsessive men in anime.
I feel like he had a feeling she was upset, even though it was like, oh, it's not a big deal, it's fine. It's like, you know, and she's definitely upset.
But we didn't get that inclination at all. She wasn't like crying about it on the side, or she wasn't.
I know, but you like, you know, this point, the tone of the voice, or
I didn't get that. I genuinely didn't get that, dude.
Oh,
that's why I was like, I feel like he's pushing. He's pushing. I don't like pushy men in anime. I should say.
I know. He's still pushing outside of that.
Very, and
But
it's a turn-off
apparently,
doing that.
that's what made her say, "Hey, you know
Yeah,
what?
it worked. It
Let's
fucking
go
worked.
out. Let's go
It
out."
fucking worked. Yeah, it fucking worked.
Okay. But no, I'm intrigued of what happens next, so I will definitely keep watching.
You saw episode 2, right?
Yes,
I wonder how they're going to resolve that in episode 3.
we'll find out.
This
We'll find out tomorrow.
on the next episode of A Condition
Yes.
Called Love.
Yes.
Menheras.
Our last romance.
Menhera.
Mendera.
What the fuck is that?
Menheras are just as the obsessive men.
No, they're not. No. Yeah, guess what? Double standard. Obsessive women, sometimes cute, sometimes scary. Obsessive men, murderer.
Yes.
Generally.
Our last romance, Tadaima Okeri.
Fucking adorable. I am absolutely.
This is our first Omega verse anime for a boys club, and I fucking cannot believe it.
I have not been in love with a child, like in terms of not in any creepy way, you motherfuckers, but like in terms of like how emotionally unstable. Yeah, clearly, fucking clearly. Anyway, I have not.
Fix him. I can fix him, Chris.
I can fix him.
It's like you, Bill. I can fix her. I can do this.
Yeah, clearly. No. Anyway, I've not been in love with a child, like in terms of like the perfect like rendition of how like the most like utopian child in the world should be.
He's definitely a sweet kid.
Hikari is fucking. It's too much. He's too much. He's fucking adorable.
He's not even two. He's like two, not even.
He's like 1 3/4, 1.5.
Yeah. So what do you expect?
No, but he's perfect.
I was like, what do you want to do? You want to recite Hamlet at age 2?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that he's so perfect because he's so like, bro, he's so in tune with his emotions. He's so like smart at his age. Like, holy balls.
Yeah, even though when Machan was upset.
Yes, bro. It tugs at your heartstrings. Yeah, you're just like, oh, also, it makes you squeal.
Also, I fucking love that Hiromu is voiced by Julius from Black Clover.
Oh yeah,
Papa Grey Rat and Ash is like, I heard it immediately. Like, it's fucking him. Okay.
Yeah, he's the Omega, all right. He's the alpha.
Yeah, he is the alpha.
He's the alpha.
He's the alpha. He's the worker. And while Masaki is the house husband, essentially. Stay at home.
So let me ask you this again, LGBTQ question. Does Omega reference trans folk, or Omega can be anybody of any variety of human sexuality?
I think it is more for trans men. I could be wrong. I don't know much of it.
It took me a while, and then when I put 2 and 2 together, I was like,
"That's again, yeah." Because as Masaki said, he did give birth to Hikari. So
yes, and when they said, I carried him for 10 months, and I was like, "Fucking trans man, the pills! Oh my god, hormone therapy!
Yeah,
boom! It makes sense." It took me so long to figure it out.
Yeah,
because you Googled, you show me the fucking Google, you're like, Google it, and I tried and I didn't find nothing. And he said to me, and like it made a little more sense.
It was hard to explain in person. Like you did be able to just look it up yourself.
I even asked my gay friend, and he's like, I don't know what the fuck that is. I was like, you're fucking useless. All you do is suck and take dick. You gotta know something. Fuck.
You had to. Yeah. But yeah, it's a happy family. I love the interactions. Okay, Hikari's sweet kid. I love the Misaki having those insecurities as this Omega.
Mm-hmm.
I love how Hiromu could get lovey-dovey, even though it's like this alpha.
He borders he's like it's 2. It's either like, oh my god, the most adorable thing ever, or I can't wait to put my dick in your man.
Yeah, basically very professional at work too. Like, oh my god, he's so cute. I just take some pictures.
Yeah, for real. And he's crying and shit when fucking like you see the baby. Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah. Did you see episode 2 yet?
No, I don't think so.
I like it. I like Yuki.
No, I have not. That was a Monday show.
Yeah, the guy that was like running away. He's like, oh god, these are my neighbors, the gays, basically.
Oh, the gays.
The son, the neighbor's son.
Yeah.
He's actually a really good kid. You see why he acts like that though.
So he's not like a judgmental prick.
No. It's more of he's like very antisocial. very closeted.
I thought it was like he just didn't understand it. Like he's not like against it. He just like doesn't care because
no, it's just more of people judge him.
So he
like,
tends to judge people back.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And people actually help him. So I thought that was really cool.
Okay.
So yeah, but no, this is just very fucking adorable. This
is really fucking adorable.
I expected this to be mediocre, so like yeah, but like okay.
No, like I come into high hopes with Yaoi now. I truly do. I truly come into high hopes with Yaoi because I feel like Yaoi has delivered far more to me than the couple Yuris that I've seen.
Right. No, they take the time with it, so
yeah.
So I like it for that.
Yeah.
So there we go. We ended a Yaoi with a romance, so you gotta love it.
And finally, Matt's watching a Yaoi with me.
Yes, I am. But moving on now, speaking of non-yaoi, we have our next supernatural mystery, mysterious disappearances.
I have not seen episode 2.
But we'll talk about episode 1. Of course,
yes.
Of course, in the fucking synopsis, it was very important. The bookstore, she's very busty. It was important to have that in the synopsis.
Oh, bro, I feel like supernatural creepy anime always need to have fucking fan service and a busty chick. Except for fucking what's her face from
even though she's like fucking 28. Also,
I love that she's an adult.
Yeah, I also love the interactions with her and Ren.
Is Ren like a diminutive adult or is he a teen?
I believe he's a teen.
You think he's a teen? Okay. Does he not go to school? Does he go to school in episode 2?
His what you call it?
His dropout. His sister goes to school.
Yeah, sister goes to school. I believe he does go to school, or he's a dropout, but he's definitely a teen.
The panty shot could have taken her leave it on that episode 1 with his sister.
Oh yeah. I definitely could have too. But basically, Sumi Riko is a failed writer because she was great as a teenager, but now that she's 28, no one gives a shit about her writing.
She's not a teen prodigy.
Nope. She's or child prodigy. And she wants to write something, but she has those insecurities as well as basically just lacks passion for writing.
Did you get lack of passion for? No, it's like she had more writer's block.
It's like she wants to, but at the same time, it's like,
No, I feel like she's very much a perfectionist, where like she just needs the right idea, and then she just goes in. But in her adult life,
she can't think of it, so that's why
she's not capturing it. Yeah.
But she eventually reads a book. She says it out loud, but this made her turn young.
She turns into a child.
Yep.
And at first, it's great.
Yeah, they all great. I have all these ideas. I'm gonna write them all down, and then you find out it kills her. It's killing her.
Yeah, it turns her into a child, but it only turns her into a child body. She still is. It's like she's an adult body in a child body. So as her child body, like it can't adapt to the adult body.
It cannot. So it's like
it can't adapt to the opie. The opie are too much.
Yep, opie is too much. But for some reason, Ren, of all people, knows all about all of this.
Yes.
And he's trying to help her, and she's like, "No, I'm gonna die. It's okay. I need to write. Damn it!
Quit being stupid. I like your writing. You write perfectly fine. I can't wait to read more of your writing. Let's go back to being busty 28-year-old virgin."
Yeah,
it was important to highlight.
I like how
she was a virgin.
I also like how she could use the book to go big, small, from like get away from the chase scene.
Yeah, for real.
I was like, "What the?
I'm big. Now I'm small. I'm big. I'm small."
So you gotta stop it,
bro. She's literally vomiting blood and bleeding out of her eyes.
Yeah,
and she's like, "No, I'm gonna write." Like, no, you're about to go into a morgue.
Yeah, like, dude, to stop it. But eventually she finally stops, and he has the book. He's gonna like exchange it for something at this conductor's.
But he decides against it. But boy, that end shot was creepy. Very creepy. The thing behind the fucking the desk is a bloody swinging noose.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. Can't wait to see more of this.
That was wild. Have you seen episode 2?
I did. It was fun. It was solid.
It was okay. Good.
Yes. I believe we have 4 more.
Wait, before we move on, where does it rank on your Dark Gathering scale? Since that's the best, like most recent.
Oh, no, it's too early. It's too early for that.
Too early to rank it in
I
terms
don't.
of
I don't think we'll get those creepy visuals as much, but we'll see.
the.
I don't know yet. It's way too early to tell.
Okay.
But anyway, like as I said, we have 4 more.
All right.
Our next is another original. Jellyfish can't swim in the night.
This episode 1 made me feel feelings, and I had no idea why. Like I wasn't like boohoo crying. I didn't cry, but I was just like, I felt like feelings in this. I was like, wow.
Like,
And I saw episode 2 of this, and it was very cute. It was sad toward the end, but then it got good at the end, like a happy ending for episode 2. But yeah, I was very surprised at like the emotional like ideas that it touches.
yeah. Basically, our first Mahiru is an artist who quit drawing,
Mm-hmm.
while Kana was a retired idol, wanted to
Mm-hmm.
improve her worth.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't get to the other ones yet. Well, we got one. We didn't get to the 4th one yet.
Mm.
What do you call it? Kim is basically pianist. This mysterious composer who hasn't had friends, is a loner, but she looked up to Kana in her idol days because she was the only one that reached out to her as a friend.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, it's all these 4 women saying basically fuck society in a sense,
Mm.
and I love it for that. It's very interesting. This was one I did not originally intended to pick up, but after watching episode 1 at Krista's house, I was like, I'm gonna add this. Fuck it.
Yeah, it was good.
Because this was originally going to be my swap, but now my new swap is a Windbreaker because apparently that's a good show.
I just did the delinquent thing. I didn't care. I don't.
As I was saying, after Butchigiri, I'm kind of over delinquents right now, so I kind of wanted a break.
I feel like I gotta give you one that's like worth a good swap. I'm thinking Kaiju, bro. Just get on the Kaiju train.
I think Kaiju will be my end of season.
You think that's gonna be end? All right, so you need a swap. Another swap, or are you good? You're not gonna drop anything.
No, I think I'm fine with just either of those 2.
All right. I'm like, I don't know. We'll see how Unnamed Memory plays out for me, and we'll see how.
We'll see. Also depends on what I drop to. Because thankfully, Sandland and Ninja Kamui are almost done. Grim will be a quick bin, so that's 3 shows less.
Yeah, I mean, the 2 that I recommend because if you're gonna binge Kaiju at the end of the season, I don't think you'll care about Studio Light. I'm looking at my singles. You can appreciate a good shoujo, so I'm thinking either Unnamed Memory or Vampire Dormitory would be the 2 that I would tell you that I'm watching alone at this stage.
Maybe that's good. It's good. It's gonna be how I feel with everything else going on right now. So
sure.
But no, I'm very happy. I'm very impressed with Jellyfish.
Yes,
I definitely have great originals for this season. So this, Train, and Girls Band, my originals, that they're fucking hits already.
I don't know what besides this, so this might win by default, but this isn't a bad one to win by default.
Yeah. But I'll definitely have a hard time choosing for the end of the year at this point.
Indeed.
So I can't wait. Up next, Mushoku Tensei.
Good episode.
Part 2. Did you see episode 2 of this or no?
Yes.
Okay. Basically, more or less, these 2 episodes is first one was Rudy needs a house. If you're gonna marry Sylvie, you gotta have a place to stay.
Yep.
Doesn't have a lot of money, but there is a mansion abandoned
just outside of town.
Yep. You can have it, but there's a ghost there, basically. And people either die or disappear.
Yep.
So if you don't mind that, it's all yours.
Yep. So he brings over a couple of his friends to go exorcise the demon.
Yeah, Rudy, Zenoba, and Cliff, I think.
Yeah, Cliff.
Yep. They hear the noise. They take care of it. It's basically a fucking mechanical doll.
I love how Cliff is such a pussy. It's hilarious.
Yeah, he has Eliana as his girlfriend.
Bro, Zenoba showed out in episode 1.
I fucking Zenoba's growing on me.
Yeah, at first he was just fucking please go away and never be seen again, but now.
But he has this is hidden muscle in him, like he just breaks something.
He's the Marshall of Mushoku Tensei. When you think about it, little magic, very strong.
Well, Mashal has no magic, and Mashal will take him.
Oh, I'm sure Mashal beats Zenova. I'm just saying, though, he's the Mashal of the series.
Oh, yeah. Maybe there could be someone else there. We'll see.
I feel like he's Wish.com Mashal.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll go with that. But it turns out it was this mechanical doll type of thing. So Zenoba wants to take it for basically research, but he wants to do it himself.
Rudy wanted to take it for research, and Zenoba was the one that was like, "No, I want to like be useful to you.
I want to do something for me."
He's like, "I don't want to be the only reason why you're friends with me is for my money. I want to be useful to you. Let me head the research." And he's really passionate about it because Rudy's like, but he convinced him. He fucking gave him like he was dead set. I really need to do this as part of our friendship. And he's like, "All right, all yours.
Yep.
Just don't die."
Basically. And Rudy shows Sylvie the house. We have the housewarming party.
Yep.
Everyone's celebrating, eating, drinking.
You
Rudy
missed before that. You glanced over before the housewarming party about how they were in the fucking.
Rudy
shower.
and Sylvie fuck. I was saying that.
Oh, that's what you were going to.
Yeah.
Before
They're in the hot tub. Nice bath. Sylvie's like, "I love you," and then Rudy's like, "Bad."
Right? Pussy!
He's like, "Oh, okay."
And I love fucking Sylvie's like, "Aw, all right."
Yeah, go, you silly, you goof. All right.
You silly. Go ahead and put it in. It's wet.
Dig in. Dig in. But we learned something after the party with Sylvie and Elianis.
Yes. I thought we were random, but
Elianis is the grandmother of Sylvie.
Yes.
And yeah, she doesn't get attached to her family and all that. That's why she doesn't really say anything. But
yeah,
she was just so happy with Sylvie.
She has to constantly fuck, and because she has to constantly fuck, she gives birth, and because of that,
because if she doesn't fuck, she dies. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So her curse doesn't allow her to get close to her family.
Yeah, but she was happy to see Sylvie, and she's happy as hell for her getting married. And then before Ariel's team goes in the morning, hey, Rudy, challenge Luke to a duel.
Huh? Nani?
Right now. There's no catch. There's no if you win, this happens, all that.
Friendly duel.
Yep. This was very fucking quick.
Yeah, Rudy fucking no magic either. He couldn't use magic.
Reflected the sword, get right up, be like dash on top of him, like you're done.
Yeah, you're done.
And Luke got pissed, but I guess Luke had feelings for Sylvie, but didn't do anything.
No, it was maybe a little bit, yeah, but no. As we learned from the princess, basically this is just it was the test, Rudy, and basically, Sylvie is like, a dear member of
pretty
the
much,
team.
yeah, like hey, Sylvie's not gonna come back with us. Like this is her life now.
Yeah, but if you fuck up her life, we're coming together.
We're taking it.
And he's like, I'll remember that.
Also, I like the OP.
Yes.
And it's just like I hate that we have OPs and OPs for them now, but you know what though? It's good.
Yeah. Well, it's only right now. Maybe we'll have, depending on the seriousness or the levity of the episode, it may transition.
Again, they're not really exploring the world. They're still in school, so I get it. So they're really what they're gonna do. Because again, with season 1, you had all that because they're traveling. You hear the music went with them as they went to all these places. They're not going anywhere. They're just in campus.
By the way, best side character of this season is Body Gotti. Easy.
Yes, I fucking love it.
Body Gotti.
Yes, and we get the fucking 6-year-old dwarves drinking. Love it.
Yep.
She was like, "Let's go."
Yeah, seriously. And then fucking what's it called? The 2 wolf girls that they thought when Rudy came in after he had sex with fucking
Sylvie
at the beginning, they're like, "Oh, he's in heat finally. Is he gonna take us?" Yes, please. We have unlimited meat.
All right, boss.
No. Okay. Sad face.
But our co-maid, Konosuba season 3.
Is there anything, Matt, that will top this for comedy of the season?
No, probably not.
No, this is
probably
the first.
Not.
On episode 1, it wins comedy of the season. Offer it.
Yes. Kazuma has PTSD.
Yes.
From the Chimera girl.
Fucking monster.
Hey, guy. All right. Why you try helping me? Hey, cut it out! He's like, oh, like why am I feeling this?
I know. I'm gonna go be a monk.
Yeah, because he's had enough of everybody.
He's fed up. He's done.
He's tired. He's tired. But we have a demon, and it's the fucking guilt trip demon.
It's a cute fucking girl.
She's like, "You're gonna kill me? What?"
I just heard the
And it's like, "Oh god!" Like, and Becky was like, "I want a hug." It's like, "No!" Like, he was the only one that was right about her.
I know. He's literally reading the manual. Literally, this is the guild has a hit on this thing.
Yes. Yeah, and then of course they go away when Cosmo goes back. It's like, this fucking bitch.
Yeah, because the fucking the thing is like, and you're gonna be my friend. It literally had fucking Tourette's.
Yeah, like she was getting pissed. I was like, well, did I do too much? Like, what was it? Why did I hate this? Why did I kill them?
Tomodachi, yeah, I'm gonna say Tomodachi, and I'm gonna get this meat. And she pulls out a fucking rotted corpse from the ground, like, all right, there's no more meat on this one. And then you see fucking Kazuma like, this fucking whore. Shing! Stab, 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 stab. And he comes back with a mallet, Matt.
Yep.
From the rotting corpse. And so they proceed to have a fight over the mallet, him and the useless goddess. And what happens, Matt?
Well, I watched this like 2 weeks ago, so
They shake the mallet and coins start coming out the mallet.
Oh yeah, that's right. And they fucking lose.
And then fucking Chris comes over, not our Chris, but Chris in the show comes over,
hugs them like, oh, like basically, hey, how you doing? Oh, it's great to see you guys. Hey, you want to join us for party? No, I can't. I gotta go do a thing. And like, oh, let's go buy this alcohol. I was just like,
no. And then on top of that, I laugh pretty funny when you have like this nice moment, like you see Darkness and fucking and Aqua, they're asleep, and it's just literally Kazuma and Megumin, and they get close, and Megumin puts her hand on him and all that stuff, and like it looks like a nice sweet moment, and then she just fucking drooling, and she's knocked the fuck out, and he's like, fuck it, still gonna go be a fucking monk now. And I just love it. It always makes me die laughing when he refers to fucking Aqua as the useless goddess and Megumin as the lowly mascot. And then you have Darkness being fucking like sexual predator, like fucking please rape me.
masochist, yeah.
Yeah, oh my god. Fucking hilarious. And then the transitions. That's really what makes Konosuba. One of the best things about it is the transitions. Konosuba!
Yep. Or Konosuba!
Oh my god.
I can't wait for more of this.
Same. Basically, I will say, just to wrap up episode 1, we kind of get the pretext of what at least the next good bit of episodes is going to be. And basically, you see Darkness's butler come with a summons from the princess of, like, I don't know if it's Darkness's town or whatever the case, basically wanting to entertain Kazuma and his group over a nice dinner as he talks about his heroic exploits. And Darkness is like, no, we're not going. And then literally Megumin, Aqua, and fucking Kazuma are like, free food and drinks? Okay, let's go.
But no, I can't wait to see episode 2.
Oh,
I thought it was going to go somewhere. I thought it was going. I was like, oh no. And then, like, oh my God. But
oh, so you thought it was going left and then it went fucking straight.
Yeah. I was like, oh, no, don't do it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like, don't do it to her. Like, do not.
Oh my God. You know, it's tough because I'm so behind, right? Before we move on to our finale, there's so many great anime this season that when I fall behind, I tend to really rank the shows that like I don't like first and watch those first and get them out the way so I can really enjoy the ones that I do like. But there's so many shows that I'm liking for so many reasons. I don't know what to finish. Like I put Bartender off, Konosuba, Jobless, Slime. They're all high. You know, freaking the ROMs, sensational. I'm stuck on what to close with now.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. We're gonna have a hard time figuring out what to close with.
And we're gonna have a hard time figuring out what to close with. Yeah.
Yeah, because our main event, we thought about it. Like, you know what? It's a reboot. It's a big show from 2008.
It's a 2-core, so we'll have plenty of time to redo it again.
Yep. Spice and Wolf.
I did not see the original.
What?
I did not see the original, so this is my first time ever seeing Spice and Wolf. Okay, neither of us have. So
yeah.
Chris has probably?
Yeah, Chris has.
Starman has.
Starman loves it. But yeah, this is around the time I kind of took a break on anime, so.
Yep.
But But for those that don't know of it, Hollow is this wolf deity who is revered in the small town Paslo for blessing the harvest every year. But years go on, and basically, Hollow is now just a folktale to these people.
Mhm.
No one has seen her or anything until the traveling merchant Karat Lawrence.
Mhm.
And she was caught sleeping naked in his carriage.
Then that's a surprise. That's not a surprise. There's plenty of
Yeah,
naked homo.
she's definitely naked a lot.
Yes, indeed.
But basically, hey, you know what? I kind of want to go home. I'm tired. I'm sick of it here. They'll be fine without me.
Yep.
They need a better harvest sometimes. They can't have a good harvest every year.
Mm-hmm.
So take me up north.
Mm.
And Craft's like, you know what? Sure. And basically, while doing that, you're going to be in the trade with me.
Mm-hmm.
Be a merchant with me. Earn your keep.
Mm-hmm.
Stop stealing my fucking clothes.
Yep, you stole my best ones.
Yep. And apparently it fits her perfectly. But no, I love this. I'm caught up. I'm 3 episodes in.
Same. I did catch up on this one.
Oh, you did catch up.
Yes, I did catch up. Please continue on with.
Okay. Basically, as they are traveling, she sees apples. She wants these apples.
Ringos.
So
No star.
here's a silver coin.
She buys literally like
as
2
many as you want.
dozen. She bought 2 dozen apples.
Yep. I was like, hey,
Ate them all.
you said whatever I want with that 1 gold coin.
Yeah. And it's funny because fucking homeboy wants the fucking apple. She's like, no, I bought them. She's like, no, like they're mine. And I'm like, I bought it. And she's like, oh, don't worry. Yeah, don't worry, I'll pay you back. And she's like, yeah, you better pay me back. Boy, does she pay him back.
Oh yeah, because what you call it? The merchant goes to sell pelts fare to the merchant. He's like, oh, I'll give you 160 silver.
No, 140 first.
140 silver. He's like, hey, and he tells Hal, like, you know, that's a good enough. And then Hal's like, actually, I'll tell you why that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, smell it. Smell the aroma. It's like a fresh, fruity scent. It's like, look at the quality. Have you like tried to pull it? It's like beautiful.
Pull
like
it as hard as you can. No, doesn't break, right? Doesn't rip, doesn't tear, nothing.
And he's like, all right, fine. I'll give you 200. I say 210.
No, she didn't say 210. And she's like, I'll give you 200. She's like, I still don't know. Like, why don't we try the other guild? They're like, all right, fine, 210. Like, all right, sold.
And then
so
as they're celebrating,
profit by like 60%.
Yeah, and as they're celebrating, like, hey, it's on me today. It's like, oh yeah, it's because of the fucking apples in your cart. The scent of it rubbed off on them. So you swindled. Like, yep. Yeah.
But it should still be okay because a good merchant will laugh and understand that they got swindled and will appreciate that in the future.
Yeah, basically, hey, once you give them money, that's it. It ain't my fault. It ain't my problem.
Kind of fucked up, but it makes sense.
That's right, yeah.
And the other piece of the story is the whole silver deal with the swindler.
Yeah, like are these silvers purified? Which one goes up?
Yeah, because basically they get info from this random fucking guy who's you can obviously tell
someone that Kraft knows.
Yeah, basically that the country is going to be minting new silver, and like it could be better silver or it could be worse silver. Let's do a deal. If it's better silver, I get 10% of your profits. If it's worse silver, I'll give you 10% and we'll cut our losses. And so the guy's like, he asked Holo, like, because Holo throughout episode 1 and part of episode 2 was like, yeah, like I could tell when people lie. Like, was he lying? Like, probably. I just don't know about what necessarily. And so they go through this whole action and shit and whatever. And then they come to the agreement that like, oh yeah, the silver is being minted. It's a lesser quality. So if you were to go through with this transaction, you'll lose money. So they're like, well, how do we not lose money? And Holo like tells him an idea, and he like has this epiphany on how he doesn't have to lose the money.
Yep. So this is going to be the beginning of a beautiful friendship or relationship. We'll get to.
I think a relationship because at the end,
no, it definitely will. It'll definitely be a relationship.
Yeah. Finally gets to fuck the teen wolf. That's 1,000 years old.
But no,
glad to see someone that's 1,000 years old get some play. for him.
No, Holo's attractive, so
No, Holo's great. No, I love her wise wisdom. She came up with 2 quotes off rip that were fucking just like wow, fucking brilliant. She's great. At first I was like, because Starman, ladies and gentlemen, just a spoiler alert, Starman's gonna vote Holo for everything under the sun imaginable.
Yeah, there's like animation, visual, music, characters, side characters, the genres.
This is his version of Chris's gushing this season.
Yes.
This is the show that saved anime, according to Starman. And I was like, I will purposely not vote for Holo on principle because you're gonna sit there and give her like 50 awards. But damn, Holo's pretty fucking strong. She will win awards. Don't know which ones yet, but she's gonna fucking win.
She'll win awards, and in terms of ranking of her summer, we'll see if summer sucks again.
Yeah, so far summer's low for me. So
yeah. But so what are your top 5 impressions so far? No order.
No order.
No order.
Bartender.
Yep.
Jellyfish. Tadaima.
Yep.
Konosuba.
Okay.
And fuck, man, this is actually pretty hard. I'm gonna throw in my hopeful sleeper. I'm gonna say Unnamed Memory.
Okay. Spice and Wolf, for sure. Jellyfish. Girls Band. Tadaima. And Konosuba.
So we got 3 out of 5.
Yeah. But
well, you know what we did? Remember last season? We named Metallic Rouge as one of our fucking look forward to. How'd that work out for us?
It went nowhere.
And it went nowhere. So
hopefully
it's not like that.
Hopefully these will not fail us.
Hopefully not.
But anyway, guys, that is it for our premiere. The cafe is closed. Very strong start to spring. I cannot wait for more. Follow me on Twitter at DamienPhoenix12. Follow him on Twitter, Showstopper24. Follow his Instagram, Anime Daisuke24. Follow my Instagram, Visit Evergarden Cosplay. We follow our Twitter at Otalku Cafe Anime. We have a link tree for listening to your favorite podcasts. We're on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon. You can find us anywhere. If you want to see the replay up for videos, we're on YouTube, on W2 Network's YouTube channel. And we want to thank W2 Network and Chairshot Radio for hosting us on their platforms. Follow them at W2 Network and at Chairshot Media. Thank you, Sean, our editor. We'll see you next week. We don't know what day for next week, but we'll definitely see you then. Until then, oyasumi, good night.
Goodbye, Sekai.
The sun goes to sleep, I find myself in a heap because it hurts so much to be away from you. It makes my day when I get a text from you, but still I say goodbye again. Let's hope this isn't the last time that I see your face, but hey, it's fine. I know everybody needs a little space. There's no one to blame. Goodbye again. Let's hope this isn't the last time that I hear your voice, but it's your choice. I can't keep you here forever.